Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition love in general reading. This is for the element of air. So if you are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising and this is for the weekend of September the 20th through the 22nd, 2019. So let's go ahead and get started here. Also, you guys, today is Thursday, but if you're wanting to order a reading, payments are collected on Fridays. So if you're wanting to order email or video reading from me, go make sure to email me so that you can get that information and I can send it out to you. Also, if you're wanting to reach me by phone, it's best to wait until I post a notification stating that I'm taking calls. So if you're subscribed, you'll be able to see that. So let's go ahead and get started here. We have the central issue, heart of the matter as the Fool. We have Temperance. We have Judgment. We have the King of Coins. We have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Coins, and we have the Page, excuse me, of Cups. I'm sorry, Page of Swords. Okay, so central issue here. You guys are getting ready to start a new journey. I feel that maybe you have learned about detachment, or you are getting ready to detach from people's opinions. You are coming into the state of mind where you just don't care. You are kind of intuitively making decisions. People may view you as being foolish, saying, hey, you know, are you thinking about what you're getting into? But at this point, you are just going off of your own spirit, your own energy and intuition here. You may not know what lies ahead of you. You're taking some sort of risk, or you're getting ready to. It also could be that you've actually already done something in the past, and now the results are getting ready to usher in. Something very unexpected could be getting ready to happen. Sometimes I see this as someone just randomly appearing before you, or something happening out of thin air. And I feel too like you guys have been healing here with Temperance. Some of you have been answering. It's like this is your calling to be a healer. Maybe, I don't know, there was some sort of hesitation at first, and now you're in a position where you're like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take a leap of faith, and I'm going to start doing things that I feel would be healing to people. I also feel that you guys have been maybe having some sort of telepathic dreams, or receiving some sort of telepathic messages. I just noticed this seems to be the same figure, the Temperance figure, coming out from this trumpet here, and is now appearing. It does look like something just kind of appears out of thin air, like your prayers being answered. This is some sort of resurrection or some sort of awakening. I feel like you're going to hear from a company or a person that you were not expecting to hear from. Maybe even the way it happens is very random. I also feel that for some of you, You're resurrecting here. You already resurrected from the dead. You left the past behind you. You have gone through some sort of evolution, and you've applied something to your life. There's something that you've taken with you as you transitioned. It's like you kept the memories and you didn't forget something this time. This is how you're able to make something work. I think prior you had been forgetting the things that you learned. You forgot the lessons. You were just kind of in things and living in the moment and not really paying attention to what was happening. But you finally had some sort of wake-up call, and now you know what to do. Now you know how to handle certain things that you're going to be dealing with on your new journey here. So this can be the journey of a new relationship, job, friendship, life. Maybe you relocated. And it just still looks like something is being blown in. So like spirit is blowing life into something. You know how let's say you want to play God or whatever. Although I do believe that you do have your own inner guide, but and that we're all connected to source. But let's just say, for instance, you are like, I'm God, I can make a baby or whatever. So you got you some clay and you fashioned a human or whatever the case. And it's like, okay, I built something, but it has a physical, it looks lifelike, it has realistic eyes and features, and but what's missing? And it's just like a soul. You don't have that authority. So now I feel like something has happened where, I don't know, permission has been granted. And it's like, okay, yes, we approve. Spirit is like, we approve of your vision board, your wishes, your whatever this is. And it's like breathing life. And it's just like, so I feel like something too that you were trying to manifest and it was dead is now coming to life because of breath from spirit is being given to it. This also, just on a personal note, may be something about you having a resurrection. Some of you also may have had some sort of near death experience, even if it wasn't traumatic. Let's say you were sleeping and maybe you stopped breathing for a few minutes and didn't know it. I don't know how long you can go, but people that have that breathing condition in their sleep, sometimes that happens. So let's just say something like that happened and you had this elaborate crystal clear dream that felt more so like a journey, and when you woke up you were like, oh, that was just an amazing dream. It's like, no, you actually went on a journey. So it could be something of that sort going on. So that is all like the spiritual energy that I'm picking up from that. Now, here again, King of Pentacles. So this is something coming into physical form, like I was saying, whether it is your finances or a person. I feel like this may be some sort of offering coming in. I see some sort of gateway opening up to you, something, this opportunity. It's like, do you want to go through these doors with me? If it's something in regards to a relationship, do you want to go through these doors? So there's this opportunity of getting, of opening up and you being able to walk some sort of path with someone. This can also be a situation where you are starting your own business or starting a new job. You just got a new job offer and you're pulling up to the new place, and this is the start of your new life at this job. I feel like there is some sort of newness going on and there's excitement. There's inspiration here. With the wands standing here, the wands is the energy of inspiration, motivation. So something is inspiring you to go through this door of opportunity. if it's not you, it could be this person. Maybe it's the both of you. You guys are both feeling like taking some sort of risk or some sort of chance. Even the Fool, the pipe, is this a peace pipe? I don't know. Some sort of musical instrument. Maybe you're getting ready to make music with this person, whether it's romantic music or, you know, nice business establishment, you know, but something that is being blown. I'm getting a lot of music references. I don't know if you literally make music or if you work in the music industry, or if you listen to a lot of music and maybe something you've been listening to, the melodies have been inspiring you, and or maybe that has been your form of manifestation by listening to music. You're like, every time I listen to music, it seems to help bring my ideas into fruition here. So nevertheless, I just feel like this is what is happening. So there's this opportunity, and you are getting ready to start fresh, start new. Again, we have something indicating a new start, a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. This can be a new way of thinking, a new way of communicating here. And I just kind of feel like you're going to have clarity. You're going to have clarity. I definitely see a possible phone call. Some of you maybe were wanting some sort of message or phone call. This can also be some sort of spirit message that you receive. Something very synchronistic that appears. Maybe you're the only one that sees it. But you're going to have clarity. You're going to have clarity no matter which path you decide to take. I feel that there is two possible outcomes. Neither one is a bad choice. And I feel like you're getting ready to have clarity once you make that decision. If there's any hesitation, like I said, once you start to make moves, that hesitation will be cleared out. Everything's going to disappear. There's not going to be any more doubt. If you've been feeling stagnant, I really feel that there was a need for you to just kind of wipe your past clean. I almost feel like this is some sort of wish fulfillment. Like your past debt has been paid off or forgiven here. Now, I always do this with this deck. I'm sorry. This is the Four of Coins, not the Six of Coins. The Four of Coins here is indicating someone who values communication, someone who values metaphysical experiences. I think for some of you, this is about the things that you've been writing down. You keep them stored away. You keep them close to your heart. I also feel that if some of you felt weighed down, you figured out what was weighing you down and you threw it out, or you're tossing it out, and now you're only holding on to the things that are most dear to you. Maybe you had to learn some sort of lesson in detachment. It's like you can only keep so much. You cannot take everything with you. Could have been some sort of thoughts that were weighing you down. Could have been people that were weighing you down. But I feel that you cleared your baggage here. I'm also seeing that you have been holding on to some sort of information or some sort of messages that maybe someone has sent to you. Maybe you're still holding on to someone's picture. You've been thinking about this person, and this person just kind of appears as if they heard you loud and clear. Even if this has already been happening. Let's say you're like, I always think about this person. I've been thinking about them since forever. And then one day, it's like they heard that last statement. I've been thinking about you too. You know, they call you up. They reach out to you. You run into them. So something appears out of thin air this weekend. I'm also seeing the possibility of, what do you call it? What was I getting ready to say? It left my mind. Well, since it left my mind, I'll go ahead and talk about the energies that I'm seeing, or the zodiac signs could be dealing with Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's a need to learn how to open up. I also see this as someone who has been very closed off with their thoughts. Someone has been thinking about the other person, but has just been very quiet about it. And so here is just, you know, a little bit of communication. And I also feel that something has been taking a long time to develop here. Whether it is that relationship, someone's been taking forever to make a move or to come forward. Maybe you had been applying for so many jobs, and then out the blue, it finally comes around. Maybe the whole hiring process has been taking a long time. Or if you're trying to purchase something, I see something in regards to getting ready to go on a trip as well. Somebody is getting ready to pay for some sort of trip. They had to save up for it. But now you can afford it. But it's like you still just have just enough. It's weird. It's like someone is going on vacation or taking a trip, but not really being able to have a whole lot of fun because of the restrictions on the finances. It's like, I'm just going to go to Italy, but I'm just going to be able to window shop, but at least it's for the experience. So I kind of get a situation like that. It's like something is kind of just window shopping. So, I mean, that might apply literally if you go out somewhere and you're like, ugh, I can only window shop. Or maybe you can only choose one thing that you feel that you really would want, and get that. And then really briefly, it does make me think of when you go to a place like something like Dave and Buster's. I know they have different type of places like that. And, you know, you win so many, well, they don't really give out tickets anymore, but you've been using your power card, and it's like you go to the shop and you see that all the best stuff is like, you need 5,000 tickets. You need 10,000 tickets for this. And it's just like, well, damn, what can I get for like 300 tickets? And it's like, these are your options. So I feel like you're going to have to choose the best, make the best out of something, with whatever it is that you can afford. Let's say, for instance, too, like someone left a message about, what is this? Someone left a message about how they're like, when am I going to get my good karma? And so it's like, okay, your good karma, you have been forgiven of all that negative stuff. And here is all the good karma you have accumulated so far. And it's just like, that's it. It's just like, well, it's still going, but if you want to cash out, this is all you get so far. Make the best of it, or we can take it back and hold it for you and let it build some more. I think some of you are choosing to cash out on something, even though it's not that much. So let me also just clarify. I'm going to look at the Fool a little more. So, Page of Swords seems to be significant here. Whoever has been very guarded, especially if you are air watching and you've been guarded, I'm seeing you let your guards down. There is still a need to learn how to communicate about what you want. People are not going to be able to read your mind, even though you like to have a lot of internal conversations. People are having a hard time reading you. Yeah, there's a need for you to be more vocal and to let your guards down. Now, something also, I feel like something gets reset the minute Sun goes into Libra, which would be late Sunday going into Monday, I guess. It's like, it is kind of like your, spiritually, your karmic, like your karmas have been reset, put it that way. This could also be the beginning of some sort of new contract, whether it is a spiritual contract, soul contract, or you are starting somewhere at a new job where, you know, signatures are needed. I'm seeing some sort of a agreement here, and see, Judgment is coming out again. So that's a big deal. It's time to reap what you sow. So hopefully it's good. It doesn't look like, you know, there's anything to fear. But it is also time to answer a calling. It's time to communicate. I don't know if you felt like you weren't ready to express yourself some type of way, but it's like, hey, it's time to do it. You have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. So there is something from your past, like you're having to confront your past here. You could have been avoiding it, or you could have been into the habit of biting your own tongue or self-sabotaging, but now it's time for you to deal with past issues, past communication issues. Time for you to open up or share. There's going to be a mutual communication between two people. I also see someone's divorce being finalized. That also could just be metaphoric for a breakup or a separation. So maybe at some point someone was unavailable, but now they are. I feel like this is more so about a risk. Someone's getting ready to take a risk, and the minute an opportunity presents itself for communication, I feel like it will happen. And then just really briefly, I'm going to look at the King of Coins. Yep. So I'm sorry, I said yep like I was talking out loud. I was just looking at I was looking at these two animals as I was shuffling here, and I was saying to myself, this looks like some sort of decision has been made and someone has decided on, you know, what to purchase. Maybe we're torn, like I was the earlier analogy about, you know, you can only have this much to spend. What do you want with it? So whatever it is, I felt like there was some sort of choice to be made between two things, and that's probably why the Two of Wands was next. Maybe you had a choice between two jobs, two people, two car, I don't know, whatever it was. So it's indicating some sort of difficult choice, and maybe it has been ongoing. Maybe there's been a lot of juggling, trying to decide, okay, what should I choose? It's been ongoing. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's been in and out of your life. Maybe, and you know, it's been some sort of pattern or cycle because that you couldn't get off of because you had to learn from it. You still were not learning. Oh my God, who is that? Spam. You were trying to learn from these lessons, so you had to keep repeating something over and over again. Maybe you kept skipping a step. Let's say you were reading some sort of recipe, and you're rushing through the recipe. Every time you bake this cake, it keeps coming out flat. And you're like, what am I missing? I put the eggs, I put the water, I put this and that. Oh, the cream of tartar. How could I forget? I keep forgetting that. You know, it's just like something you just kept repeating. You didn't understand. You're like, I've perfected this cake. I've made this cake 30 times. Why do I have to keep repeating it? It's because you keep forgetting something. You keep skipping some sort of step. Or you kept trying to rush through something. So I feel like there's going to be a need for you to be patient with a situation here. There's something that's getting ready to happen. It may have a hard time getting off the ground unless you have the patience to deal with it. Now we do have the Six of Pentacles coming out, and there is the Tower moment. So someone is going to come out with how they feel. They've been withholding that information, or maybe someone's been very shy, or maybe they have just been stubborn. And then something maybe happens to push either you or push someone in the right direction. And so I just kind of feel that there's going to be some sort of shift. Something's going to happen very much so out of the blue. It might start off very awkward. There is some sort of awkward form of communication. I think something's going to start off really awkward, but it's like it has to be done. So let me look at the, what do you call it? Energy cards. Additional messages for element of air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we have the sixth chakra archangel Metatron. We have the world, envy, indecision. Okay, so the sixth chakra, I feel like you guys are having to use your intuition in order to make some sort of decision or to deal with whatever situations that you're going to be in. You also might get something revealed to you during a state of sleep or meditation here. Your sixth chakra also could have been blocked for whatever reason. So maybe that is something that you should look into on how to awaken the sixth eye or unblock it, rather. I've been hearing it's not good to, well, it's not like I'm saying, you know, to awaken the Kundalini, but that third eye, whatever that is, there's something that you're needing to use your sixth sense about. Something, I think, and that's what the Fool was about. Whatever's getting ready to happen, I want to say throw away your logic, because you're trying to make sense of something. You're like, well, this makes no sense, so why should I do that? It's like you're trying to figure something out with the five senses. You can't see, touch, hear, smell it, taste it. So you're like, well, how do I make a decision based off of not being able to use my five senses? You have to go to the sixth sense. You're going to have to do something that doesn't make any sense. which is why the Fool showed up. So just kind of the rules don't apply for something that's getting ready to happen. I don't know if, again, with the World, this is talking about some sort of completion, but I also know that this is talking about seeing something from a bird's eye view. It's like you've reached the edge, and you can see something for what it is. You know, it's just like, well, I guess this is what I'm looking at. So what you see is what you get. There's no illusions to it. Whatever this is, it is, you know. I don't know. I just kind of feel that you're headed towards something, and right when you get to the edge, it's like you're reaching some sort of crossroad here, especially with indecision. This looks like the same energy. It's like you get stuck and you're like, I know if I go on this path, this is going to happen. Why am I getting disrupted like this? This is craziness. My phone never rings. That meme fits me. My social life is so small that I know who's calling. I don't know none of these people calling me. So whatever. Spam. So you're calculating something. You're like, if I go through this tree and I go this way and you're like, you know, you're trying to make sense, and you're like, something isn't making sense, and this is why you just have to make some sort of judgment call based off of intuition. You know, you might not have time to think about some sort of sudden situation that you're thrown into this weekend. If somebody asks, it's either yes or no. Let's just say somebody knocked at your door and was just like, again, dealing with travel. I got 2 tickets to Paris. You know, you want to go? But who's going to take care of the dog? And look, don't worry about that. 2 tickets to Paris, once in a lifetime opportunity. Are you going to pass this up? Why are you making sense of this now? So whatever the case, I feel like something very random is going to happen over the weekend that you need to be prepared for. Don't stand there too long thinking about it. Something also could be revealed to you, and you're like, what do I do with this information? Is it meant for me to share this information, or do I share it with everybody else? So some of you might need to make some sort of decision if you need to make something known or not. Now, I also feel like there is this envy. I don't know if you are looking at someone else's life with envy in your eyes, or if it is envy that gets you to make some sort of decision. It could be that people, yeah, like I said, people will be envious of something that is going on with your life. You know, so I don't mean to go on this long, but I felt like the messages are just kind of like tumbling like very slowly, and I wanted to make sure that it's making sense, but maybe something is not going to make sense. I'm just trying to say, why is envy here? It's just kind of like a sore thumb. Something is sticking out like a sore thumb. It may be revealed to you who your enemies are, maybe in a dream, or maybe someone comes and just tells you. Maybe your spirit guides need you to see something, and they're like, you need to see this. I just see something being revealed to you. Forget it. Let me just kind of look at. Okay, so I feel that you are going to have to kind of do some sort of meditation to help awaken that third eye here. This is something spiritual happening, and something is going to manifest with first chakra, Archangel Michael. Something may be revealed to you about your enemies through meditation or dreams. That's basically all that I can get with that second part. So, I mean, I hope that still resonated. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.